Welcome to San Juan in Puerto Rico. The World Baseball Classic, Panama and the Dominican Republic. Yesterday, everybody was all smiles, opening ceremonies. That's over. This is an elimination game. They have a quality arm on the mound, that's for sure. Johnny Cueto, just 23, young pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds. Walked a couple times and had a stolen base. There he is running up again, and he smokes it into center field. That is fun to watch.
Oh, he mentioned yesterday it's reminiscent of Felipe Alou's brother Matty. And what I'm surprised at is one of these at-bats, when a hitter does that, a pitcher's going to throw one inside and back him off the plate. But what beautiful execution.
For the Dominican, and Angel Chavez is at the plate. 2-2, he's running, swing and a miss. Olivo's throw on the money. It's a double play. Cano applies the tag.
Perfect execution for the Dominican team. Good breaking pitch, and Olivo with a quick release. Durango with speed, but obviously didn't get as good a jump.
So Soriano, Luis Castillo. Back then it was Tony Fernandez, Rafael Ramirez, Mariano Duncan, and Rivera gets hit by Cueto's fastball. And he's on his way to first, and Panama has what they had yesterday, and that's a runner on base with their big bat coming up. Cueto misses inside, and so he loses lead, and a veteran first baseman, Julio Zaleta, comes up. Quez and Cueto and Pedro, for that matter. You're going to get something straight. Got him. Johnny Cueto took 31 pitches, but he sets down Panama here in the first. Well, let's talk about Ramiro Mendoza, because he's trying to get back into baseball, trying to get back to the big leagues.
Toward the ground.
Reyes drives that ball into right field. Wind blowing that way, and Rodriguez on the track makes the catch. His bat in the lineup. And on both occasions, he has not. Big Papi's been the DH. Ramiro Mendoza introduces himself to the Dominican Republic with a 1-2-3 first.
But so that gives you an idea. With 30, that's almost 2 innings worth right there.
And with the 70 pitch limit, that means he wouldn't be around much longer. Driven down the line, that's a fair ball, and into the corner it goes. Castillo around first, Guillen picks it up, and Panama has a leadoff double from Javier Castillo. Game and a good call from Mexico. Larry Vanover from the United States, and Corey Davis from Canada. There's Ruiz, who smokes one down the line. Tatis gets to the bag just in time. And Luis Ramirez, the first base umpire, had a difficult call. Carlos Ruiz did exactly what he wanted to do. The inning. Ground ball to seconds. Cano. Cueto escapes. He's all right. Into left. Durango picks it up. Guillen will hold. Throw behind him. Guillen is safe. Almost a huge mistake by Jose Guillen.
To score runs other than Big Papi.
Olivo drops down a nice bunt. Mendoza makes the throw to first. And Miguel Olivo executes nicely. Well, it was smooth sailing until things open. Jose Guillen reaching on an error. Nelson Cruz singled. Reyes intentionally walked. Chopper to third. Bad hop, and it rolls out towards short. And the Dominican Republic is on the board. They have their first lead of the World Baseball Classic. That one ate up Javier Castillo.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll score that an error. That was a difficult play. Watch this last hop.
1-2. Broken bat, back to the mound, and the ball goes off of Mendoza's glove. He doesn't get the out. He had to jump over the broken bat. It's 2-0. That is a routine double play ball if the end of the bat isn't coming at him.
Even with that, it's an inning ender. Right back to Ramiro. Here's the shattered bat that Rich is talking about. Base and gives the Dominican a couple of runs.
And gives Big Papi an at-bat with the bags loaded, and he smokes one into right field. That's a base hit. That'll score Reyes. Taveras right behind him. Play at the plate. He is out at the plate. Ruiz holds on to the ball on a strong throw by Concepcion Rodriguez in right field.
Nice play to prevent further damage, but again, this is a ball that should have been handled. This is an inning-ending double play right underneath the glove. And a nice, strong, accurate throw. They score one. Good play on the receiving end by Ruiz.
Zuleta swings and misses. Cueto wobbled early, but he has found his stuff.
For the Puerto Rican fans and for Jose Oquendo and his entire team.
That ball's hit to right field and hit pretty well. Guillen goes back, reaches up, and makes the catch.
And in the first game, you took
All-Stars as well. Carlos Ruiz pops it foul. Back behind the plate, Olivo is there. And Johnny Cueto sails through the fourth to face the Netherlands. Robinson Cano rolls one into right field for a base hit.
No, that won't show up in the box score, but it was a mental mistake on the part of Taveras.
Slow chopper. Tejada, the shortstop, gets the out. We have enough all-stars. Are these all-stars to play together? Olivo, left field, and deep, and way out of here. Miguel Olivo. The Kansas City Royal catcher with a big home run. The youngster gives way to a veteran.
There's Julian Taveras' resume. Last year with Boston, Milwaukee, and Atlanta at 43 games.
We've got Julian Tavares pitching for the Dominican Republic, and El Caballo gets into one. Left center field, and at the warning track, Nelson Cruz runs it down. And El Caballo says, how come that didn't go out? And Taveras finishes off Zuleta. Chopper down third. Tejada looking comfortable at third base in a 1-2-3-6 for Taveras.
For the New York Yankees.
Diving stop by Castillo on his knees. He throws across and gets Cano.
What a great play. I mean, it shows you what a good third baseman he is. That vicious hop he had to take earlier in the game was degree of difficulty was a little high, as was this one. Cano with a nice at bat spanks it the other way. Castillo knocks it down, then from his knees makes a strong, accurate throw. And of course, now everybody on pop-ups with the big gloves and everything catches it with one-handed. Vic Power, one of the first to do that.
That one's kissed. Cruz deep and gone. Nelson Cruz with a bullet. And the Dominican has their second home run. And there's a look at the power arm that Jim talked about.
Yeah, with the Indians last year, check the strikeouts out. 86 and 76 innings, 4-4.
At home, who saw that? Agnoli swings and misses. Perez was in full celebration mode. He hopped off the mound, was headed towards the dugout, and then realized there were only 2 outs. Line drive, they finally get Durango out. And now Perez can head to the dugout, and he does so with a 6-0 lead.
Ball gets out of the glove in a hurry and gets up in the throwing position. That one slipped out a little bit, the breaking ball, but boy, he's got nice motion.
Chavez comes across.
Ouch.
And a collision at first with Zuleta and Taveras. Willie is up and all right.
Well, we've seen a couple of those, and Zuleta has a habit as a first baseman of backing into the foul line. A high hop. Got to get rid of it in a hurry. And just make some contact with Zuleta on his way by.
Is to advance to Miami. Big breaking ball. And Castro strikes out Tatis. Hanley Ramirez would start one game. Jose Reyes would start the next. Then Hanley Ramirez. Hanley bounces it to third. Castillo fires it across in time. And Yelier Castro finishes off the Dominican. A Pittsburgh Pirate.
Netherlands pitching in the big leagues with the Marlins.
Out to center. And it's going to land in front of Rivera.
Oh, that's not good, particularly when your team's trailing by 6 and you come up with that kind of effort. That's a catchable ball.
In that third inning, the sacrifice, and then a 2-run homer, and he drills one to left field. That is gone. Miguel Olivo hits 2 home runs. That was a great move by Felipe Alou to leave his catcher in there. Olivo has responded.
He sure has. The first home run was a hanging breaking ball, and that's able to go to one of his last season relief pitchers, Pedro Viola. That's what you see of his numbers with the Chattanooga Lookouts last year.
All the managers told us that it will come down to pitching.
Always does. Particularly at the end of the game if you get a close game. This is an ideal situation for Felipe Alou.
Strike 3 called, and there's 2 outs here in the 9th.
His relievers like J.C. Romero, some of the lefties he has down in the bullpen.
High pop-up, and this will do it. The elimination game has eliminated Panama. And the Dominican Republic bounces back from one of the biggest upsets in international baseball history yesterday to beat Panama. And they do it with the long ball. 2 Miguel Olivo home runs, a Nelson Cruz home run, and great pitching as well.